What is up, guys? I'm doing a review on my Pandigital um, Star. Let me first show you the case, what I do like about it, what I don't like about it. Now, it was $30 at Kohl's. That's the only place I found it at. It's a leather case. It's right here for the speaker on there. It says Pandigital right here. What I like about it, it's got these little clips so that it just pops right in. It feels real nice. It has this part right here for when you close it, it stays closed. This goes around. So it's a little bit more difficult to use this part of it when it's not in there, so it stays closed. That is the case. Now I'm going to leave the case off while I show you the actual tablet so that it doesn't get in the way. This is Pandigital Star. I'm holding it sideways. This is the camera on it. It's actually really good quality for a tablet, I guess. There isn't anything on this side. This side has your USB, the mini USB. It's got your power, plus minus for volume. The bottom's got your serial information. The top is mostly the main focus of the plugs. You have your audio jack, your SD card, and your HDMI, and your power. What I do not like about this setup right here is I would rather have this stuff at the bottom and this on the side. Really, the SD really doesn't matter, but I would rather have these the power supply where you plug it in, and then the HDMI on the bottom, and same with this on the side. Really doesn't make sense. I wish that it all had been at the bottom or all located in one spot. Overall, I like it. And besides the top things, what I don't like about it is the buttons aren't raised, so they're not harder. They're really, sometimes like in the dark it's hard to find. You know, when there's light, you know, you get right to it. But I would have liked for them to be a little bit more raised. Also, with these buttons at the bottom, the quick keys, you get your home, menu, back, and search, and also a microphone right there, which is really awesome. It does really well with Skype on a good connection. Bad connection, you can either do just voice. With a good connection, you do voice and video. But with on a not so good connection, you can do just voice. It sounds perfect. But on a good connection, it's got really good quality. Very good for Skype. If I would have bought this, I would have probably bought it just for Skype, just because it works real well with Skype. Now, let me talk about the different features it has out of the box. Right now I'm in Facebook, sorry. It comes with Get Jar Market. I'm not going to open the Get Jar Market, you can look it up. It's basically a third-party service. What I don't like about it is this Facebook right here that I have was installed from a site where someone's uploaded it. There is no Android Market. If you could hear, I'm watching X Factor. So this and this, Facebook and Pandora was uploaded on a site, and I had to download it. So there is no Android Market. You can use the Amazon App Store. I've not used it yet, but you have to have a credit card and everything to have that set up. So I've not done that just yet. I may do that in the future. All these games right here, I've gotten. All this right here was on the Get Jar, so there is really good stuff on the Get Jar Market. Usually stuff that's you have to pay for is free, but you know, it's on there. The only thing I don't like about it is this is a newer model. It came out in August, so there's not a lot of support for it. So basically everything on here is basically for the novel, which is the one that came out before it, which is made for just for books, but you can upgrade it to how this is, which is Android. It's basically an Android phone without the phone service is basically what this is. You know, it's got all the stuff on there. It's got the firmware update application, which is pretty cool. I got the App Store installed. It came with this Facebook. It just goes to the website, the mobile website or whatever, and it's not very good, so I didn't install that. Same with the GetJar. It comes with the GetJar website, not the GetJar app. And it's got Steinkrafts. If you know what Steinkraft is, it's basically a Minecraft copy. It plays really well on this. And then the game down there copies Wolfenstein. One thing I don't like about this, besides not having the Android market, is it does not have Flash. I had to install Flash on it. You can see I do have the Flash player on here. It will play Flash, but it only plays it for a little while and then closes out. Usually what I figured out, if it does that, if I reboot it, boot it back up, and then have like basically everything not running, it will play some of the stuff. Like I was watching the Fast and the Furious. It depends on what quality the videos are. If they're good quality, usually play them a little bit better than stuff that's choppy. And you have to have a good internet connection. So you know, I really like it. Only thing, you know, the negatives are big negatives, but they don't overpower not using it. You know, the big thing is it doesn't have the Android market, so you're not getting all the variety of applications. But if you know what you're doing, you can get it from the websites and stuff like that. I like it. Let's see the camera. There's the camera. It's actually got really good quality. It actually looks a little lower quality. The one, hey, there's me. A little lower quality than you would normally have. Once you take the picture, it goes to a better resolution. And then also with the camera. So, yeah. And then it's got Pandora. Only thing bad about Pandora is it chops a little bit because it's not meant for it, but it still works perfectly. See if you can see. Play a little bit of Angry Birds. Show you how it runs. It runs Angry Birds very, very well. If I would rate this out of 10, I would give this a 8.5. If it had the Android market, you know, I would give it a 9 out of 10, but this is an 8.5. Why did they do that? Oh yeah, and if you have stuff running, if it's a bigger application such as Angry Birds, really isn't that big, but see all the different stuff that's in here. Facebook is running. I'm gonna shut it down. That's the only thing about it. It only has 256 RAM in it, so a lot of stuff isn't working as good as you know, most of the stuff should. That was everything that was running at the moment. Okay, go back to Angry Birds. Yeah, but besides that, it runs everything well. So you can only do like one thing at a time. You can't really multitask that well, you know, but it still works. I got it for $55 at Kohl's on sale. Got a $20 Kohl's cash and $25 manufacturer coupon, so I ended up paying $25 for it. Here we go, Angry Birds. I'm horrible at this. Let's go to the one I'm actually good at. So I can go. See, I'm not very good at this level. Wow. Are you serious? Restart this. Yeah, so, and then also it has, it does Wi-Fi, no 3G, no GPS. I wouldn't use GPS anyways. It runs smoothly if you're not running a bunch of stuff. Horrible Angry Birds. It has 2 gigs in memory built in. I have a 4 gig card in it right now. So that was Angry Birds. That is my review. 8.5 out of 10, especially for the price. Thank you. Bye, guys.